I'd like to offer the opportunity for other board members to make any other comments. We'll start with Supervisor Sears.
Great, thank you. I'd like to start by thanking Supervisor Arnold for her leadership and also staff for its responsiveness to input from the community in moving this process forward. I think that we've made a good beginning, and that our beginning was improved by community input, and it's very important that we expand that input going forward. Having made a good beginning, I think it's important to note that this process is really limited by the HUD framework. If we're really looking at social equity, which I think is what we really should be doing, social equity has a broader purview than what is being considered in the AI. I think it's very important that we have a broader conversation about social justice and not simply focus on showing HUD that we are affirmatively supporting fair housing. The focus on low-income housing alone leads to concerns about the planning process that we will discuss when we get to the hearing on Development Code amendments later today, and those are concerns that are not driven by discrimination. A focus on low-income housing alone also shortchanges both social equity issues and people of color. It is certainly not the case that all people of color are poor. In fact, that's an invidious stereotype that I think can hamper this process and many of our other decision-making processes. It's also true that there are economic challenges for many who live in this county and for many who want to move into this county. And that includes the elderly, teachers, young people, members of our public safety services, who may be but are not necessarily members of protected classes. If we're really concerned about social equity, I think we must explore why individuals in protected classes with financial means may choose not to move to Marin, and we also need to broaden the conversation to other issues, such as jobs and education and ensuring there's equal opportunity for everyone. And to that end, I think it's important to ensure fair contracting, hiring and job training opportunities such as are being added to item number 37. I applaud the Action Coalition for Equity's suggestion and county staff's agreement to include transportation in the implementation plan. Improvements in transportation will increase housing options and also ensure that job holders can get to and from work. Without the ability to get and keep a job, housing remains merely an aspiration. I also support the Coalition's suggestion to support creative or explore creative options to promote affordable housing opportunities, such as working with private lenders to develop strategies for uses of Community Really Development Act funds, implementing a program for making and keeping foreclosed properties affordable, and innovative models such as co-housing and tenants in common. And so this is really the beginning of an implementation process that I hope will promote creative ideas and a broader conversation about social equity issues. It's critical that our cities and towns be involved in this process. Part of addressing fair housing and social justice more broadly is fostering conversations between our communities, not putting up walls between each other or turning our backs on issues that affect all of us. I think the county has a very important role as a leader, both in taking affirmative actions in the implementation plan and also in encouraging all of our communities to fully engage. As Dave Curry noted in his comments, it takes a partnership to move forward, and that partnership goes in many directions with the county and the community and the cities and the towns. Dr. King once said, "Let us realize the arc of the moral universe is long, but it bends towards justice." I think we've taken a very small step here to bend our way towards justice, but we have a longer way to go, and I hope that we will fully engage in that broader conversation. Thank you.